Okay, so today I'm going to be making a bottle sealing wax using a single color of large crayons and some all temp hot glue sticks. And we're going to need a double boiler, which I'll show you in a second, a scale, an X-Acto knife, and something to cut on. And I've already removed the wrapper from the crayons by slicing down with the X-Acto knife and peeling it off. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to peel it off with your fingernails. And the glue sticks, we're going to chop these up in real small pieces. We're going to put them into a mason jar or some kind of metal or tin can and drop it into the boiling water, and it's going to melt down. We're going to need some stir sticks to stir it up. And it's probably going to take quite a while. You could probably find low temperature or low melting hot glue. I could not find any, so I'm going to stick with this, and I'll give you a time on how long it takes to melt one of these larger size glue sticks down. For those curious, they are the same diameter. I've been told that you can actually take a crayon and put it into a glue gun and melt the wax for little crafts like that. But in this case, I'm using the wax from the crayon with glue because the glue will make it not so brittle and it'll last a lot longer. Wax by itself will break and chip, and if you hit it the wrong way, it could just shatter the wax seal altogether. So we're gonna go ahead and blend these together. The ratio you need is 2 to 1. Is okay? So for every single of your crayon, you're gonna need double in weight, not by quantity, in weight. That's what the scale is for. So you'll measure these out, figure out what you need, double it in your glue stick, okay? I don't want to chop down a 4th glue stick. I'm just a hair off, so I'm actually going to do a little bit less glue, but let's get started. And actually, I decided I'm going to go ahead and add a 4th glue stick and probably another crayon, because it doesn't look like that much that's in there for the project that I'm working on. And the beauty of it is you can always remelt this later on and get a head start on your wax. So, and then you just peel it off, just like that. And because I'm adding another crayon, I'm gonna go ahead and add that 4th glue stick. I'm trying to keep the slices to 1/4 to 1/2 inch in length. And I'll do the same for the glue sticks if possible. Now the wax for the crayon will melt faster than the hot glue. So you may want to try and do smaller pieces of the glue. And do not cut yourself, because these are round objects you're cutting with an extremely sharp razor blade. Okay, so this is not a project for kids. In fact, I think I just found a method that works pretty good. Slice down. And then just pull it apart. Okay, so using tongs, I went ahead and dropped that into some boiling water. And we're just gonna let it simmer here for a bit. We'll probably turn the heat down just a hair because it's on high. We'll go to a medium high and see how that works. And if we need to adjust the temperature, we'll go from there. All right, stay tuned. All right, so after about 15 minutes, we have a consistency of peanut butter. That's a little bit on the runnier side. I'm gonna let this thicken up just a hair more. I'm trying to stir it. My stir stick is a little shallower than I like. So make sure you have a proper stirring utensil. I thought the popsicle sticks would be long enough, but forgot about the rising steam. So inside here, it is about the consistency of peanut butter, or I would say like a thick honey. So we're almost there. I'm gonna give this a couple more stirs, and then we'll take it off the heat. All right, I have some foil and some paper towels down below. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out because it's damp. And you gotta work quick because this stuff apparently hardens up real fast. My little bottle is just a craft bottle that I'm making for somebody. Go ahead and wipe that off. Oh yeah, it's already thickening up on those little hairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my bottle using my tongs. See if it'll, maybe not, maybe I'll just use my hands and see. I'm gonna go straight down. I'm gonna let it kind of do its thing naturally here. And then I'll take my stamp. Right on the top. The stamp came off clean, which means it was perfect temp, perfect consistency. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way. Here's what you can do. This can be reheated anytime, so just let that cool down. It's gonna make a solid blob in there. You can put it back in there and add more to it as you see fit. Now, as this cools down, you can see there's some air bubbles and stuff like that. I can take a heat gun to this and lightly heat this and make some more drips and stuff down the side of the bottle. Fix these little air holes or air bubbles. Fix these little stragglers here. All right, pretty cool. And there's the stamp on the top. Looks pretty nice. All right. And that little bubble right there, we can take a heat gun to that and pop that out, but this one is just kind of an experiment. And inside there's some flavored honey and some herbs and stuff that I'm trying to see if it'll oxidize. And it probably won't. This is just a sure way to get the cork top to seal with wax. You can use this for wine bottles, champagne bottles, anything that's got an air gap in the seal. You can go ahead and do this and it's supposed to work really good. I mean, they use wax for canning. So to just do an external seal like this, perfect.